Well, good morning internets. Here we are. We have ourselves a start to a beautiful day. It's been a few days once again since I vlogged, but it is what it is. And yeah, welcome to our vlog, and here we roll. Well, I think the other day when I was out and about, I overdid it with the stress, overdid it with the, all the out and aboutness. Ended up crashing for a few days, and, well, it kind of is what it is. Today, I'd like to go do one or two small things, if that, and see where the day goes from here. No real big plans on getting things done, like a big push or nothing. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Well, people have asked me what has happened to some of the things that I had before the big change in my life. Well, essentially in the early spring of 2018, that's when the decision was made to either go one way or to go another way. Well, I decided to go the other way, and that's why I'm here today. But being I went the other way, choices had to be made by me, and hard choices had to be made, and consequences were suffered and faced by me, and essentially me alone. I had to make the choice, I had to make the change, not nobody else. Well, the cargo trailer to camper conversion that I was working on, it has been sold. I wish I could have built the project. I wish I could have finished the project. I did make some more progress with it off camera, as well as the next people that bought it made some more progress on it as well. It was kind of nice to see partially my vision and my supplies and everything that I had to complete the project be used by them to complete the project. That being said, all my tools and everything, all the yard stuff, all my electronics, all my furniture, majority of my furniture, things like that, were all sold in I believe it was a 3-day, multiple weekend or so liquidation sale. I put things out on tables in my garage and had a few 12-hour days that basically, and you know, priced the prices what I was told to be very reasonable, as well as people were grabbing armfuls of stuff and bags of stuff, so my prices were probably quite low. In fact, I have seen some of the items, not the items that I've sold, but items like it go on social media for more price than what I was asking for them, but that's beside the point. I had to sell it, and I had to sell it in less than a month, so what is it really worth? You know, I would have liked to have kept my table saw, I would have liked to have kept my plasma cutter and my air compressor and some of my other specialty tools that weren't really showing on YouTube. There's a lot of things that I had that I never did show to the camera, but they were there behind the scenes. Well, the camper trailer that I had has been sold, and the truck that I had, I no longer own it. It was sold as well. So essentially, you come out of it with maybe, push comes to shove, $1,000 to your name, if that. I say if that because if you had to sell what I so-called own right now in 30 days, you'd be hard pressed to get $1,000 for a 6-7 year old bicycle, a a year-old TV and a filing cabinet, a couple of wore-out monitors as you see behind me, and a custom-built $2,500 computer that is, what, almost 3 years old? It's like, you know, I do have a few new shirts and a couple new pants, if that counts as anything, but pretty much the rest of things you see or things that I have really belong to anybody else. They're nice enough to let me use them, nice enough to let me borrow when I need them. It's a weird feeling to, for the first time in my life, have to be at the mercy of other people when I need to borrow something. I always had at the ready, at a moment's notice, you know, a utility trailer or a truck or a camper or a lathe or a milling machine or my plasma cutter or my large air compressor or numerous other hand tools and other things. Even if they sat for months or even years between use, they were there when I needed them. And now they're not there, they're gone. Gone, or you know, like the truck trailer and a couple things like that are gone, but I can borrow them if I choose or if I'm able to pay for the fuel or the use of them. That being said, how does a guy like me afford to use a truck and trailer for the summer or for certain plans that are coming up in the summer months? Well, a guy like me has a particular set of skills that I have acquired over the years of being alive. My life hasn't been a sugar-coated powder, cushy type of life. My life has been a very trying life, problem-solving life, dealing with situations life that a lot of people would have folded long ago in, even when they were young. I was homeless at one time, had to fend for my own food, had to fight for my own food. Went without, you know, slept in a car, slept in shelters, slept in pretty much wherever I could find, and had to walk along the streets looking for quarters or money on the ground to go buy maybe a dollar burger off one of the fast food menus, or back in the day they used to leave the crackers and the ketchup and the mustard and stuff out in the open, and you can sometimes make a meal out of that. You know, I think if I would have had the right education and the right mentor at a very young age, I could have been of use to a company in problem solving and inventing ways to overcome large challenges, because that's how my brain works. You give me a challenge and whatever it is, and I will fix it. I will build something, or I will figure out a way to work around it or work with it, depends on the situation. However, it's my life that has honed that skill, has made that skill a lot more predominant, and even till this day I'm problem solving and figuring out ways to have the summer that I want without having to, well, without having the means to go buy the summer that I want. Like, there's no way I can afford to buy a truck, and there's no way I can afford to buy a camper trailer, and there's no way I can afford to buy certain things that you will see coming up in videos for the summer months, unlike what I used to do. That being said, there are ways to get around all that if you are willing to do certain things. Some people need rides to doctor's appointments, some people need rides to the city. Some people would barter to mow grass, or barter to move furniture, or various other things, and I'm trying not to fall back into my old lifestyle, my old ways of doing things, but at the same time, sometimes the old ways of doing things work the best. Just look at our past. Look at humans' past. We made some great mistakes in our past. However, our past is our past, and how we learn from our past allowed us to move on from the decades in the future. And we have forgotten about some of those mistakes or learning experiences of the past. And now we're actually making the same mistakes all over again with a new millennium, new generation, and new course of events that are basically going to lead to the same outcome like they did many, many decades ago. That being said, for me, one day at a time, one step at a time, getting things all into place for the summer. It's going to be an interesting summer, and I'm hoping that everything holds out for what I would like to do for the summer. And we'll take it by day, and around we roll. So yeah, we'll catch you all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of another day. Well, it was a good one. It was a very steady, very busy one for me anyway. Or at least it felt that way, but looking back on my step counter, it's nowhere near what I used to put on, but at the same time, it feels like I did 3 days in this one day. I did some running around, did some, well, the fan mailbox checking, as well as getting things squared away some more for the summer. The one large item that I have that I'm able to use does need a little bit of work, so I've been doing what I can to get it squared away so I can use it this summer. You know, there's always tires or bearings or jacks that you have to work on because the trailer sat for so long by the previous owners that some of this is seized up, or some of this is flat, or whatever it is. And that's not to mention anything on the inside that has gone over the winter, that once the temperatures quit freezing, I'll put water in the system and see if we got any new leaks, anything that needs to be fixed or checked out before the summer. You know, you try your best to find a balance between staying active and doing nothing, and when you stay active, it hurts, it sets you back, it makes you not want to stay active the next time, or the next 3 days, because it's so painful and so uncomfortable. And then the next time you get out there, you almost don't want to do anything or do it, because that was the activity that hurt you, if you want to say the first time. So I've been trying to push myself a little bit, trying to see if it's my brain telling my body that I'm hurting, or if it's the body telling the brain that it's hurting. And I've so far found no way to naturally deal with this at all, and I'm not ready to pursue other options to take painkillers or strong painkillers, because, as my doctors have said, I'll develop a dependency on painkillers and still have the problem, except now I've got a dependency on painkillers on top of it. So don't know how long this here vlog is going to be. The morning intro part ran a bit long, but it seemed to ramble a lot, so I might have to edit quite a bit of that out to make sense for the normal person watching, and so it might be a bit of a shorter vlog today. But remember, we do have a fan mailbox for all your fan mail needs, as well as links to the social media pages, which are down below. We do have an Instagram page. I'm still trying to figure that Instagram thing out. It's been like a month and a half or so that I've had it, and all I see is you post photos on there, then people that follow you say, oh, you're doing great, or it's a good photo. I don't really see any other benefit to that site besides that kind of thing, but I guess people like it, right? But gonna end her all here. Today was a good one. Tomorrow was another one. Hopefully we can recover in time for the weekend. And around we roll. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.